All right, so we back. So Quanisha, what's your intake on relationships? Do you think, especially with social media these days, do you think people should publicize their relationships or keep it on the low?
I think it depends honestly on the person
Mm.
and maybe how your significant other feels about the field of work that you're doing or exactly what you're doing to broadcast on social media. If you have somebody that really supports you and things like that, then I feel like it shouldn't be a problem showing your relationship. I do personally feel like certain people carry you in different ways. And when you're in a relationship, like I feel like certain people sometimes might not even want to work with you or feel like that you might not be open to do this because you have to go through, your significant other and things like that. But I don't feel like you should necessarily have to hide it. If you don't want anybody in your business, you don't have to post it. But if somebody asks you, you can always be like, yeah, that's me and so and so.
Right. Are you single?
No.
Got you. As far as like local music, what's some people that you listen to local?
I'm starting to realize that a lot of people coming out of Buckingham are really talented, like really talented. Like, and even the surrounding counties, I'm talking Charlottesville, Farmville, even Richmond, like there's a lot of talented people coming up out of this area. And I just personally feel like without all this talent, we about to put Virginia on the map. Like, we're about to real soon.
Anybody in specific you listen to? You got any family or anybody you want to shout out to that you rocking with right now?
I want to shout out to my cousin Jamar, of course. I want to shout out to him because he's doing really good. Who else do I want to shout out to? I got to shout out to Royal, of course. You know what I'm saying? He always supports and represents. You know what I'm saying? Who else? I want to shout out to Easy Loke because he does really, really good too. Mm-hmm. Coming out of Charlottesville, he does really good. And my cousin Quan, he comes out of Charlottesville too. So, like I said, we're about to put Virginia on the map. I think that, it's about to be lit. Oh yeah, my bad. Forgot one person. My cousin Quan. Got another cousin named Quan. Excuse me. Well, all these Quans, but yeah.
What is the best thing about Quanisha as a person?
I feel like I'm very outgoing. I'm very easy to get along with. I'm driven. Very passionate about anything that I put my hands on or anything that I put my mind to. I try to be very forgiving of people. I'm getting older, so I'm starting to mature a lot more and see a lot more into that and realizing that people make mistakes, and not everybody's perfect and you just gotta roll with the punches sometimes and keep it moving. I just feel like I'm pretty easygoing.
All right. Do you say that if someone was to come along and they're trying to connect with you and network with you, do you think you're easy to get along with?
Yeah, most definitely. I can spot unprofessionalism very quick though. Mm-hmm. Like I can spot it like a mile away, like just by looking at your page or the way that you're talking to me, the way that you can conduct business. Like I really can tell like if you're someone that I want to work with or not. Like I said, I try not to judge a book by its cover, but I'll talk to you a little bit, and if I'm not feeling it, then it's dead.
So what are some things that you look for in a person if you want to take it to that next level and start actually building with them and carrying on business with that person?
Structure, organization, honesty. Like, don't, not saying that this necessarily has happened to me, but don't say, okay, hey, I'm going to charge you this much for the shoot, or I'm going to pay you this much for the shoot, and then I get there and it's 360. Or don't come, as like a male photographer, don't come at me like, oh, this, that, saying little slick stuff, and then thinking, oh, well, we need to do a shoot. Wrong answer. You know what I'm saying? I feel like if you're used to working with females, a compliment is one thing, but you don't have to, be thirsty to try to get me to do a shoot. If I'm going to do it, if I feel like you conduct yourself well, I'm going to do it anyway, I just feel like it's a certain way that you come at people, everything, all the guidelines should be written out. I'm going to ask you your rates or, how it's going to go. And I feel like it should all be in black and white. And when I get to you or when we're down to doing it, it shouldn't be anything different.
I mean, have you ever been in a situation where someone came off like that? Where they told you one thing and then you show up and it's another?
Yeah, I've no, if they come off like that, I'm not coming.
Oh, I got you. So,
yeah.
But it's never happened like in person. Like,
no.
I got you.
But there are people out here that are like that. You got to watch these people with just cameras. They realize that a lot of young girls want to be models and things like that, and they take advantage of it. So
I got you. So if someone hits you up, if a photographer hits you up, and then want to do a photo shoot, what is the process in that? Do you charge them, or how do you go about that?
It varies. I actually did just do a recent shoot where I was actually paid to do the shoot. I think we took like 500 pictures, but you only get a certain portion of them edited back to you. Yeah, I had a good time. I did. I really, really enjoyed myself. And then you have some of those that you have to pay in order for like editing, because I'm assuming that some people use like Photoshop. I think it's like you Google it, whatever. And I think you have to pay like a premium a month in order to edit your pictures on there and stuff like that. And that's understandable because, you know, anything good you want, I feel like it's not going to come at a cheap price all the time. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes I do have to pay photographers to do my work as well. So, and like I said, I think I must just be paying, like I said, for either a studio space maybe or the high editing that is on the photos, because it takes a long time to edit these pictures.
But if someone comes to you, you know, and they say, "Hey, Quanisha, I want to take pictures of you," there is a charge, correct?
Depends. See, then at that point, I would ask. I would say, "Hey, okay, so what is your rate?" I just had this conversation with someone a couple days ago, and he informed me that I would just have to pay for editing. The shoot itself, I don't have to pay for, just for the editing, and the price wasn't high at all.